Hi. The rest of the podcast crew isn't here, but I ain't letting that stop me. We're starting. 3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast, Webisode 585, the Deerling Podcast. Mom Brain, can you tell us about Deerling, please?
Can I what?
Oh my God, you made it.
Can I tell you about who?
This week's Pokemon.
What number are we? 580.
Well, that's the strangest start of a podcast I ever did experience.
Hey, I put out the tweet. I say 3:15. I gotta go live.
None of the podcasters are on Twitter.
You're in the house.
And you didn't say anything. I found out by hearing "Go Nintendo Blogger."
3:15. Mom Brain. Wait, man, that is a smelly burp. Mom Brain.
Are you sure it's a burp?
Yes. Can you please tell us about Deerling?
Deerling.
Can you
Deerling changes what?
Can you sit down, please? I didn't want to adjust the camera.
Well, we kind of just rushed down here.
Is that better? Are you
Yes,
happy
that's
now?
great. Thank you.
Like a simple 3:14. Hey, gonna start would have sufficed. Where's the other guy?
Listen, he had a rough night. Okay,
Did he? Is everything
he
okay?
almost died
Of cold?
of cold.
He almost had a frostbite.
I'll
over
tell you in a
couch.
minute. Go ahead, read the Pokemon.
Deerling changes its appearance depending on the current season. However, this change in form does not occur after capture unless it's present in the player's party at the time of season change. This applies to eggs as well, in case you wanted to know. Deerling is a fawn-like Pokemon, most resembling a fallow deer. The upper side of its body is pink during the spring, green during the summer, orange during the fall, brown during the winter, has a yellow patterned rim, and its underside is light beige. It sports a yellow floral
undercarriage. We call it undercarriage.
on its head and similar yellow coloration on the insides of its tapering ears. The tips of its limbs are colored black, and its pink tail is small. It can change in appearance with the changing of seasons, which I already told you. If it senses animosity, it hides in tall grass.
You're throwing up.
It moves in herds as it is timid around humans. It dwells in sparsely populated areas away from humans. It is herbivorous. Or herbivorous.
It likes herbs.
It's a herbivore. It's number 585. It is a normal grass-type Pokemon. Its abilities include Chlorophyll or Sap Sipper. Sap Sipper! Give me some of that.
Chlorophyll?
Yeah.
So it just kidnaps other Pokemon?
That's me.
I don't think that's what chlorophyll is.
No, that's the plant stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Give me one.
Where's the doctor?
And its hidden
What
ability.
doctor?
Scientist.
Oh, I don't know. He's in another state.
Its hidden ability is Serene Grace. They are 2 feet tall, and they weigh 43 lbs.
And you can't teach that.
And you can't teach that.
I'm gonna lose
Oh.
more.
His
that it?
ability is Patronus.
Yeah, I'm done.
Patron?
Thanks, Mom Brain.
How do you
My pleasure.
expect
My
a
pleasure.
Patronum?
There is no Twitter question today because I am picking up
Dash.
from where I left off last week with your Twitter question answers. So that's why there's no one. Yeah. So Kirby was here last night.
Oh, he's here.
Yes, we were playing some games, and then he got a little tired.
I know what he did. He's not here because he did the kitchen and probably didn't survive.
Not true.
Oh.
He did do kitchen. Got very scared. Yes, his reaction was fantastic.
You gotta just videotape these.
I
All right.
love this outfit. I think
She's a little under the weather. I mean, I don't know if you
I
want her
think
to be
that's an
rubbing up
everyday.
against that head thing.
Why, when you're sick,
Sorry.
stuff comes out of your head?
Yeah.
Well, you know, you sweat,
Yeah.
sweat jams.
I'm totally fine with her doing it if she wants to. Maybe the scariness will scare the sickness out of her.
All over your sofa.
So yeah, he was
chilly here.
playing some games and just hanging out, and then he got a little tired. So then he lay down on the couch and he said it was freezing in here and he didn't know if he was going to make it. So he got a blanket and I turned up the heat for him a little bit. And
A
he
little
fell
bit.
What's the heat
asleep.
for me?
1 degree.
You're not sleeping by the window. You're sleeping upstairs in a bed.
It's cold up there.
So he fell asleep at like midnight and got up at like 6 in the morning, and I was still up. I just finished working, and I was like, Kirby, you don't have to go home. Like, you could stay here. And he's like, I don't want to sleep in a sweater. I was like, okay.
You just did.
Yeah, well, that was like, it's like mom brain, pre-sleep. Like, it doesn't really count until like you're in
If
your
I'm
bed.
up at 6 o'clock, I am up.
That was a nap. That was a nap that he took and then went home for the rest of the
He's
sleep.
probably still asleep now.
The big sleep.
Have you heard from him?
I have not, but
But
he'll be
it's
here.
not uncommon to not hear from him.
He will be here. He's very dependable. I can't watch
What
that.
was he playing?
Can't watch what?
The Snapchat weekend. He was playing.
Can
He played the kitchen demo.
That was it? He was here for that much time?
Well, we were all playing stuff and we were watching.
You
Oh,
guys had a party last night. Thanks.
the Kirby brothers.
I
were
went
here.
upstairs.
That was
Do you know
it.
what I watched last night? The first 2 seasons of Black Mirror. So
You watched all 2 seasons in one.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
an
Cola.
hour and a half long, aren't they?
no, they're half hour.
Are they?
Half hour, 40 minutes.
I watched the
Except
first
the
2
special.
episodes.
The special
Cola
at the end
says
of the
hi.
second season is an hour and change.
I watched the first 2 episodes of season
There he is. I
1.
heard him.
What'd you think?
He's here.
They were different.
Oh. He can sit down, too.
They were, hey!
Hi, Kirby. It's Kirby.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
I hope you got warmer clothes today.
I just told how you almost froze to death on the couch.
And I completely agree. I was here a couple nights ago.
Oh, I
It
didn't
was
even tell you.
chills.
I
But they put the heat up.
turned
It's
up the heat
beautiful
for you
out.
last night. Yeah, which is why I think you settled down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, when I woke up at like 6 in the morning, I was I actually felt really warm.
Yeah,
That's what happens.
I put
yeah.
the heat on 72, so
Is that like
that's not awkward at all. Yeah, it's a
That's
front.
right.
It just came like perfectly right up to the head.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Well, PC sent a Snapchat, and now she's in a chat. So I was guessing that's what the
Should I
Snapchat
check?
was about. That's why I told you to check.
Um,
No, you said you couldn't check.
I said, "Could you check? I can't check."
Well, I'm really busy right now.
Could you check?
Yeah,
I can
now. So
check. You can check. I can check.
her rival is not here. I don't think so. I don't see G-Man, sir. Speaking of that, hello PC, hello SD Sick Hero, hello Colma, hello Mega Jacob F, hello Carefree Captain, hello Red Dragon, and
Oh, well, wasted.
sorry, I'm reading these people. And whoever else is in here, Frankles and Mode 7 and whoever else I can't see, thanks for joining us. I would like to say a special thank you to...
Oh, you don't have to thank me.
Okay.
It's all good.
Oh, another special thank you to everybody that downloaded the podcast last week because it was the highest downloaded episode ever.
Really?
4 downloads.
Oh, probably because of the Switch.
Yeah, and unfortunately, so I uploaded it. I was like, this is a really important episode of the podcast. I got to make sure this gets up there early. So I did everything a lot earlier than I usually do and put it live without actually putting a post on the site. So people that had the subscriptions could get it early. Then I made the post on the site, and that was that. And I, did some other work and went to bed and woke up the next day, and people are like, I can't get it to download. What's wrong? Why is it in the And I'm like, what the hell's going on? I don't know what happened, but the site that we uploaded a podcast to just took, I don't know, it disappeared because I play every podcast after I uploaded it. And I played it, and it worked fine. I linked it, and then it just disappeared. So I had to re-upload it. But all's well now, and you guys got it anyway. So thank you for your patience, and thank you for downloading it. I feel like there's other important stuff I need to talk about before I get into the regular podcast. I don't know. All right. Let's do that. Yeah. What the hell? Whatever. All right, so we'll get into regular news. Like I said, we're going to do your podcast answers to last week's Twitter question. We'll pick up where we left off later on, which is why there's not a question for today. Hello, wow, it's Mike.
That
So
guy.
see, Colma's dedicated. He said, I had to download the YouTube video for offline viewing to listen to the podcast at work. I made Kulma's life that much harder. He's a dad now. His life is hard enough.
That baby is freaking adorable.
How adorable is it?
She's more adorable than Kirby wrapped up in a sweet little blanket on my couch.
No, that's not funny. You gotta say something funny.
She's no more adorable than a Beatles bunghole. I don't know.
Why'd you use that accent? Hello,
I
Locan.
don't know.
It sounds like something Dr. Phil would say.
Oh. Hello, Luigi GBA. I didn't just fall off the back of a turnip truck. I didn't spend all day staring at a Beatles bunghole. Yeah, I can hear him saying this.
He's a real Beatles bunghole. You got yourself into a real Beatles bunghole, and how y'all gonna get out?
Are you saying bunghole or bunghole? A real bunghole.
A real Beatles bunghole. I like it.
Sounds like the name of a level in like a Donkey Kong Country game.
Last night,
Level 3-2, Beatles bunghole.
how about last night when we were pretending to shoot Timbits?
No. You were pretending to do it. Yep. It's the little things
Wait,
that make my brain.
What's the sound it made?
I don't remember. I really don't. Promise. I honestly don't remember.
Rami and I were talking about how delicious Timbits are. What
Have you been to Tim Hortons?
Yeah,
It's my new favorite place.
in Canada.
Yeah, I meant like around here.
No, well, in New York, they've had some for a while.
Do they? Yeah. Well, we got one around here now.
What is it?
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
like from Wayne's World?
It's the.
It's like
it's the Dunkin' Donuts of the North. The
yeah,
hard
but
one.
I want to
North of
say
the wall.
I want to say it's much higher class than Dunkin' Donuts. No offense to Dunkin' Donuts, I like Dunkin' Donuts, but Tim Hortons, I feel like a fancy person going in there.
Or is it more expensive?
I think they're pretty reasonable.
I think it's so. I got a milk, a bagel, like a
How's that
4-cheese
Canadian
bagel,
milk?
and
the Canadian Nesquik bunny.
they had like an Oreo. Like, I don't know what to call it. It's
It was like a
it's kinda
specialty
like
donut, like a
yeah.
bigger one.
I got all that for $5. I was like, that's pretty good.
So what makes it more upscale?
No, just I think it just
seems
looks nicer
fancier,
inside.
right?
I want to go. Where is it?
Somerville.
It looks
Yeah.
cleaner.
It's close.
Let's go.
I mean, I'm
I mean,
down to go whenever, and they're
And
open
you
24 hours. So.
Yeah.
Let's go to Shake Shack, get a shake, then get a
Whoa.
donut, then dunk the donut into the shake,
I am in.
and then
Step into traffic.
get a quart of motor oil and wash it all down. I don't know. How do you
Some
top that? You
bacon.
don't.
Some bacon.
Yeah.
A little bacon on the side to cut the sweetness. A little bit of bacon on top of the maple donut.
They're maple. It's a Boston
We can pick up our
It's I don't
Boston
like their
cream.
donuts, but
yes,
that
it is.
donut
Wow,
I
it's Mike.
love.
Yes, it
Boston
is.
cream with the maple on top of it instead of
Uh-huh.
chocolate. It's like a game changer.
It's delicious.
Hello, video game guru.
I had maple donuts this week,
Mm.
which is out in in Pennsylvania.
Canada.
Um,
Mm. I love a donut.
I had some reservations walking in, but I'm not going to get into it. But I got some donuts, and they had a chocolate cream donut. It was like vanilla cream on the inside with chocolate icing on top. I'll
Are you having a
I'll
moment?
be honest. I went in there. I was overwhelmed with all their options. I got 3 donuts. That was the third one, and it shouldn't have been. If it was the first one, I would have stopped there. Yeah.
You didn't tell me this.
Well, when is the next time I'm going to go to a Maple Donuts?
Maybe right
Mic
now.
drop, right?
All right.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna
That's
do.
what
when
she's
you're
gonna
have
do.
that heart
Yeah.
attack.
Oh, that's funny. I've never heard that joke ever before. I mean that. Wow, it's Mike says, RMC, how does the crew feel about Boston cream donuts? No.
I love them.
Okay.
Not the no.
We gotta
okay,
know.
Talk about that. I just
You
said.
don't answer for the crew.
I was
Coma?
answering for myself.
Is that coma? What?
No, I said, wow, it's Mike.
Because
Wow,
I
it's
love a Boston.
Wow,
cream.
it's Mike. You listen. I just said it.
But they got to be like room temperature. They can't be cold. I don't like it when the custard in the middle is cold.
No, I just.
Tim Hortons has a Boston cream, but maple icing instead of chocolate
And the
icing,
cream
and it's a
inside-
game changer
the cream
in a
inside is
good
different.
way. What do you think I'm talking about?
But their cream is not like a Boston cream. There's a hint of maple or maybe a French, but like it's
Well, it's the
an-
maple icing.
I
an
thought you said
elevated
there's a
vanilla.
hint
It's
of.
the maple
Because I
icing.
like licked a little bit of the cream out.
I thought you said there's
That
a
was-
hint
that
of
was very
meatball.
Was it?
Yes.
They have just a hint of meatball.
She
in
licked a
them.
little bit of the cream out and was like, You know what? I don't want this one. I'll take that one over there.
Just shove it
Mom
back
brain,
to the guy.
that's not a munchkin. That's a meatball. It's so delicious.
This meat tidbit.
Oh, a
is delicious.
spicy munchkin. All right.
I like how this is how I eat them.
So wait, you got it at the mall? There at the Beewater Mall?
What?
Tim Hortons?
No, it's like its own building.
It's just
Where?
after the circle.
Yeah.
If you're going into Somerville.
I feel like I've just seen it with you guys. Oh. On the back side of it, like you go down into the circle, here's Toys R Us, you go underneath the bridge, and then you're like, oh, we're gonna
If
go
you're
TikTok
going into like
Diner or
Main Street,
whatever.
Somerville. Yeah.
Yes,
Well-
we were there. We saw that. Were we there? We were there. We went there.
All right. Well, it's been 15 minutes without talking about Nintendo, so I guess we should talk about.
Well,
Nintendo.
maybe if they had a tie-in with Tim Hortons, we would talk about it more.
Well, I'll see what I'll get on the horn and see what I can get
The
out.
Horton.
Oh! All right, Kirby, you played Azure Striker Gunvolt.
Did I? Oh, yeah, I played the demo for it.
Oh, I thought you played the game. Never mind.
No.
Nobody. You didn't
I'm not
play.
paying money for that garbage.
So Azure Striker Gunvolt came out on 3DS and it was a success. So a sequel came out, and I don't know how well that one's selling because it's pretty new on the eShop. But Inti Creates is saying that they would love to do another one.
Did you play the sequel?
I have not played it yet. I have it.
Oh, what
I
kind of fan
downloaded
are
it,
you?
but I haven't played it yet.
Right.
Director
Sky.
Yoshihisa Suda talks about the potential for another installment in the franchise, and he says he wants to make a title that continues the series with Gunvolt at the helm as the main protagonist, and he believes this can happen if there's enough fan support, and he has a rough idea for what they would want a potential sequel to be. Then the producer of the last two games, Takuya Azu, says, Gunvolt is incredibly near and dear to us, and any discussions about when the next game will be coming out are probably a pretty long way off. So they are definitely interested in doing another title, and as we know, it doesn't seem like Capcom is interested in doing another Mega Man. So it's nice to have a company that continues the spirit of Mega Man, even though it's not the same character. Hello, Chemical. Vonter says, the last game wasn't better than the first one, and the first one had a lot of room for improvement. I think they also screwed the chance to develop the characters that have appeared in both games. I don't know, even Mega Man Zero, despite the downtrodden, had a more compelling cast. I really liked the first one, but I haven't played the second one yet. I just like the idea of, like, shooting out little needles and, like, electrocuting your
I like that
enemies.
too.
And
That's
well, it was like it's like an interesting twist on the
I like
regular
this.
Mega Man mechanic. Instead of just shooting, you like fire out little metal shards and then jump in there and like blah, 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 electrocute people. That's what
They're
electrocution sounds like.
like little acupuncture.
Yeah.
I know, but it just sounds bad the way you said it. Like, I really like that idea of torturing people with electricity.
I didn't say that.
He did. So I really like that idea of
Okay.
shooting little needles of electricity at people.
Yes. I didn't say people.
That's sick.
They're
You said
they're
robots.
robots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Square
Oh my goodness, jeez.
Square Enix says they're committed to releasing more Dragon Quest games in the
More
West.
a Dragon Quest.
This comes from Square Enix producer Noriyoshi Fujimoto. He says, we're committed to bringing more Dragon Quest titles to the West as we believe it truly has potential to succeed even better. So watch this space. Hello, Lelouch420 and Rocket. I don't know. So we know Dragon Quest 7 came out here on 3DS. We know Dragon Quest 8 is coming out on 3DS as well. After that, I don't know because there's Dragon Quest 10 on the 3DS and the Wii and the Wii U, but that's all in Japan. They never brought it here. I believe it's coming to Switch as well, unless I'm mistaken. I think they said Switch. Yeah.
Switch, what is that? Like a new TV? Like a, what's that system called?
Switch.
Slingshot or Slingo? What is it?
Slingbox?
Yeah, is that the new thing?
Switchbox.
Why? Because Slingbox and Switch sound similar?
No, they both start with S.
They do. Is that
I
the
mean, no,
only
it sounds like
connection?
it sounds just like something like, oh, I've just switched from my cable to this program where I can watch
Sounds
anything.
like a Dropbox.
It's true. Like,
Or what's it called?
Switch is a word.
Not Dropbox. Top box.
Over the top box.
No, what is it really called?
What is
What-
open
what-
Skybox? All you watch is
All right, so-
Sylvester
Xbox
Stallone
is
movies?
used for streaming services.
Well,
Roku?
yeah, I was gonna say, according to my family, they're all called Roku. I don't know that they have like a blanket term, just
They do though.
set top
Yeah, that,
streaming box.
I think it's set top.
Because like over the top is like Netflix and WWE Network and stuff like networks, but they don't have a dedicated platform. They're on everything. So,
Yeah, well, I'm talking specifically about like the hardware. And stuff.
but WWE Network is an over the top rope network. Woo! So we'll see what happens with the franchise. Hopefully more of them come here because we're talking about just ports right now, which is still nice, but they need to build a market here. Have you ever played a Dragon Quest game? You're the only one here that might have.
Oh, is that the-
No, I don't think so.
Every one that I
Sibling
play, I really like. They're just very, 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 very long, and
Well, that's why people.
it's hard for me. Yeah, it's just hard for me to like dedicate 80 hours to get through just like a regular, like, no side crap, just like the regular experience. So
I want a burger, no side crap.
I mean, there's a lot of games that have like long story.
but 80 hours is a lot. I'm not saying that's
Zelda?
a bad thing.
Zelda has
Zelda is not
60.
anywhere near 80
I
hours.
thought one of them was 60.
60 the way I
They
play.
claimed it was 60.
You spent like over 40 hours in Twilight Princess.
You talking to me?
Yeah,
So
I
what?
think no, that's
You got
fine.
a problem with
Twilight
that?
Princess took me a long time.
I'm thinking, if I remember correctly, I think I put about 18 into it, and with Skyward Sword, I think
It
it
took
was
me
somewhere around the
18.
same.
I caught all the pose and the bugs, and I'm better than you.
And she's
Yeah,
never
she's
coming
out.
back. Like Dungeon Man says, while I like the games, I'm not really a fan of how Square Enix goes about localizing Dragon Quest. Oh. Care to elaborate?
How long are they saying? Like, if you were to complete all of, well, they haven't said it yet. Huh? Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, we don't know.
That's a big game.
If you do everything,
It's funny, like when people talk about a Zelda, they're like, "Oh, I want more stuff. I want it to be like a longer game," and then it's Dragon Quest, and it's like, "I want it shorter, too long."
no, nobody's saying. This is me.
That's what
I'm
saying.
talking.
Well, I'm making fun of you then.
Okay, that's fine.
Directly.
It also might take me longer to get through Dragon Quest games because I'm not a skilled / experienced traditional RPG player. So I might spend time like redoing battles when your regular RPG player can get through it no problem. I don't know.
Regular.
Luigi GBA says Skyward Sword was 30 hours for me.
Well, di freaking da.
You know, if I could still go back and look at my calendar and
Rocket.
logs like what you used to do with the Wii, I could tell you how long some of these games took.
Rocket says the miracle of the save feature. Yeah, with games that are 80 hours, you kind of need to be able to save. Locam says 45 hours for me and 85% ish completion. He's talking about Skyward Sword, I believe. I don't know. I don't know what. Tell me what game you're talking about there. Oh yeah, he's talking about some Zelda because it says hunt for heart containers. Europe, Wii U, and 3DS. What did Nintendo upload on those systems? That was for you.
This week?
Yeah, because you were the one that said it a few weeks ago. You're like, why is it got to be download? Why can't it be upload? So.
Did I say that?
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
Like,
you. Seems like something dumb you'd say. All right, what did Wii U and 3DS get? They got Just Dance 2017. The full game is now available.
2,000 games. I can't believe they put out that many.
Yeah, and I was
2017?
just talking about this to Kirby last night. So think about this: Battlefield 1 came out, and the first Battlefield game was Battlefield 1942. So the
They worked
19,042
backwards.
episode.
Yeah, that's weird
Yeah.
in itself.
Think of how confusing that number is.
1,942
I want the first
seconds.
Battlefield. Okay, Battlefield 1942. No. The first one, the new one, Battlefield 1. I mean, it's not as confusing as Nintendo's new in front of everything.
New Battlefield 1.
Yeah, wait, why is it called Battlefield 1? It should either be Battlefield World War 1 or Battlefield 1917 or something like that.
This isn't about World War One, is it?
Yeah, it is.
This one is?
Yeah,
I thought it was like future stuff.
that's Call of Duty,
And the
bro.
true story.
No,
that-
Battlefield went future too. Don't you
No, I mean,
dare try to tell me it
no.
didn't.
Right now, the new Call of Duty is futuristic.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I thought Battlefield was going future too. As
No.
well.
Well, the last Battlefield was Star Wars, and that was a long time ago.
In a different galaxy.
He's got you.
But there's no
He's
specific
got
year.
you.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, weren't like developers concerned that kids today didn't know that World War I was real or something?
Yeah, I often see interviews with companies talking about that stuff, saying how the players just think, younger players think this stuff is just made up for the game.
They probably thought it was steampunk or something.
Yeah, right. All right. Just Dance 2017 is available. That's available on Wii U, and it will be at launch for Switch. If you, for some reason,
It's available on the Wii?
Yeah.
They're still making things available for that, huh?
Yeah. Well, Just Dance, yeah. People use the Wii as a Just Dance machine. And if for some reason you don't understand what Just Dance is, still, you can get a free demo to, like, I mean, I don't understand why you need a demo, but there's a demo.
You're cheap. I don't know.
And there's hits in this game, new song hits like Dance to Justin Bieber's Sorry and others.
How to dance to that?
They got a video on their YouTube channel. You can check it out. Also available on Wii U is Mr. Pumpkin Adventure.
Ooh.
In search of memory to find the truth of the world. The protagonist of the game,
Oh, wait,
Mr.
can you
Pumpkin
say that
Adventure.
one more time?
Yeah, it's written poorly. I'll read it again.
Yeah, so...
In search of memory to find the truth of the world.
Okay.
Circle
Sometimes I have a hard
Maybe you
time
better
comprehending
feel
things.
Circle Entertainment brings a ton of games to the 3DS eShop and the Wii U eShop. And they bring games here that we'd never get otherwise. And their localizations are completely fine. But whoever handles their PR and is on Twitter, they have like a 70% understanding of English. So we get a lot of stuff like I'm talking to them in the Twitter DMs right now, and like I know what they mean, but it's not written correctly. So that's why we get things like in search of memory to find the truth of the world. The protagonist of the game, Mr. Pumpkin, adventures in the strange vegetable kingdom only to find his memory. What? Sold. Solitaire is available. I don't need to explain that. Runbow has gotten its free
Cards on other
DLC.
cards to win the war.
Does anybody know what DLC just came to Runbow for free? What if I did this?
the
Let me
character.
think.
Shantae.
Shantae! Shantae DLC is available. Minecraft Wii U Edition got Battle Map 4, or Battle Map Pack 4. It also got the Campfire Skin Pack, the Halloween Battle Map, and the Spoopy Bundle, but it doesn't say Spoopy.
Oh, the
Oh,
Spoopy bundle.
It also got the Builders Pack, and that includes Biome Settings, Biome Settler Skin Pack 1, Candy Texture Pack, Cartoon Texture Pack, Pattern Texture Pack, Plastic Texture Pack, and Greek Mythology Mashup. There's also spooky Halloween deals going on some stuff. Let's see if
Sorry,
there's
what kind of Halloween deals?
Spoopy.
Thank you.
What is Spoopy?
What do you mean? It's very spoopy.
It's what you call something when it's really spoopy.
What else can I
spooked
say?
out.
What else is there to say? It's spoopy. I'm gonna see if there's any any deals on great games that I could tell you about. Well, I've never played it, but Panda Love is a game that's on sale. On 3DS eShop is Gurumin 3D, a monstrous adventure. Also, a game I'm playing through right now for review, Corpse Party, which came out a long time ago on other systems. But Xseed was like, let's do a special version for the 3DS. And they're even doing it at retail, too. So it's about all these little kids. Not little kids. It's about like all these high school kids. And they're in this high school. And they're doing this, like, they're telling scary stories, basically. And one of the scary stories starts to come to life, but they find out it's their teacher playing a joke on them.
Oh, what a dick.
So then they really have all gathered to say goodbye to this one student that's moving to a new town. So they're saying goodbye
6
to
feet
her.
under.
And there's one girl in this class
Moving out of
that's
town in a pine box.
there's this one girl in the class that's like really into like spiritual and seances and mystical stuff. And she's like, hey, let's do this thing with this girl. She makes a little paper doll. And she's like, okay, everybody hold a piece of the paper doll. So they all do that. And she goes, okay, everybody pull. And they pull. And they all have a little piece of paper. And they say, now, she goes, now we can take our friend with us wherever we go. And wherever she goes, she'll know that we have a piece of her heart or something like that. And they're all like, yeah, whatever. Then, like, this earthquake happens.
The girl drops dead because they just ripped out.
And everybody gets split up. And they're in a...
What? Wait, the earthquake split up the room that they were in?
So, like, the floor drops out of the room that they're in from the earthquake. And when these two girls wake up, they realize that they're in the school from the scary story that a girl told earlier. And my understanding so far is if you lose your piece of paper while you're in this school, you're effed. So I want to stress, this is rated mature. It's very gory. It's very extreme.
So it's
extremely dark.
Like...
No, it's cartoony.
Oh, really?
Well, let's not say. Well, all right. So there's cutscenes that are anime cutscenes, which is obviously cartoony, but the graphics themselves for the gameplay are they're just old school. They're like a Super Nintendo game or something like that. It's you know what? It's a really unique blend because it's a game that makes me uncomfortable. It's very spoopy. it's like I'm not scared while I'm playing it, but I am uncomfortable. And there are certain moments where I'm like, ugh. Like
erotic, apparently.
Erotic. Don't come in here. I'm playing Corpse Party. But yeah, I like what I played so far. It's just
makes
that
me uncomfortable because I'm afraid someone's going to come into the room and see me with my pants off.
It's interesting. It's fun, but there are so many paths you can take in the story that end with people dying that are not supposed to die. And it'll tell you that that's an incorrect ending, so you have to go through and try stuff a different way. But yeah, that's available.
Wait, so this
it.
is not... Is this connected to 999 and
Nope.
stuff? Okay. I'm about to watch a trailer because I'm interested.
I should stress the 3DS version has full voice acting, but it's Japanese translated into English because that's what a lot of those weeaboos like.
Like their subs.
Plus, getting dubbing would cost more money. There's the Disney Frozen pack, or the Disney 2-pack with Frozen and Big Hero 6 that's available. Faerun 2 is also available. All right, let's see how Circle. This is also Circle. Let's see how they wrote Faerun. Wow, it's Mike. That's funny you asked me that because Vitamin G got in touch with me today and said he was going to try and make it if he could. That's really funny that you say that. All right, Faerun 2.
This is an elementary school, not high school.
I said high school students. It starts off in a high school. Yes, they fall down into this terrifying
the school
grade
story is in elementary school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Faerun 2 is a fantasy puzzle-solving adventure RPG which has you explore the map by solving puzzles, tricks, and beating monsters. In this adventure, you encountered a wonderful girl that may lead you to the truth of the world. Well, yeah, it's kind of written weird, too. Sales on The Legend of Dark Witch 2, Witch and Hero, Zombie Incident, and a whole bunch of other games. New 3DS only. You can get Box Up. 3DS Theme Shop got updated with Pokemon, a Sinister Organization Team Rocket theme. Pokemon, a Sinister Organization Team Galactic theme. Mario's Halloween theme. Sonic Series 25th Anniversary theme. Sonic Series Classic Style theme. Sonic Series Boom Style theme. Sonic Series Sonic Style theme. Sonic Bundle 2. Shaun the Sheep Timmy theme. Shaun the Sheep theme. Guruman Heroes theme, Guruman Monster Pals theme, Guruman Night Parade theme, Guruman Orange Twist theme, Guruman Monster Bundle themes,
Oh, on the PSP.
and then Magic Hallowinks theme. The Winks are ready to celebrate Hallowinks.
Oh my gosh, Winks?
Yes.
Like Winx Club?
It's been
Yeah.
so long
And then
since
finally-
we've heard of the Winks. Hello. Wow.
Hello Kitty Halloween theme.
Oh.
Got a science test here. You want to do that?
I thought this was going to be related to what I said to you. I read you specifically your Hello Kitty news.
I also have
I
lists
said
too.
no science test.
I specifically said before the podcast, no science test. First comment comes from Rainbow Gazelle, and they say, I see Marvelous only releases games physically in Europe if they have big anime boobs in them. Corpse Party is download only here. Sigh. Oh, he's upset about it. Okay. No physical release because Corpse Party doesn't have big anime boobs.
Because
So
that's
far,
against his religion.
so
No
far, it
physical
doesn't
release.
have big anime boobs, but it does have a scene where one girl says, I'm trying to remember it exactly. She has something
But I pooped
where she
from
has
there.
like a, it's funny, it's about butts. I guess she has like a rash or something and she needs cream.
Ugh.
And she says, she borrows it from a friend and she's like, I'm going to go to the bathroom and butter up my pooper. She specifically says, butter up my pooper.
This is where? In Corpse Party? Butter up.
And the other character is like, wow, like, take it
Preparation
easy.
H feels good.
I'm
on
gonna
the
butter-
whole.
I'm not, I specifically says, butter up my poop.
All right.
Specifically
I
says,
heard you. Stop
butter
saying
up.
Stop saying that, please.
That is
my
spooky.
pooper.
And your pooper.
You want to come over later and butter up my pooper?
Oh, that's what I was going to say. So I have a Parents Play recorded for
Makes
this
it sound
week.
like she's preparing for anal.
It's
Yeah.
my parents playing SteamWorld Heist on the Wii U. So it's not available yet. And I'm struggling with what I'm going to do with it because they liked the game so much that they really didn't say much. And I don't know what to do with it. Like, it's not really funny. And I don't know if I should just edit out the slower periods and put the video out there like that, or not release this video. I don't know. Next week, they're playing Family Feud, so I know that's going to be funny. But I don't know what to do. I'm mulling it over. But we have our other video content from last week if you missed out on that. Good Lord almighty. We have some rumors about the Switch. Apparently, the dock will be part of all the packages, so you won't be able to buy a Switch without the dock if you're looking like to save money, because Nintendo wants the dock to be in all the bundles. But a handheld package might come at a later date, so just at launch, don't expect there to be one without the dock. Nintendo considered the idea of selling the handheld portion separately, but they scrapped this idea because they were concerned that consumers might see the system without the dock and think that they could connect it to their TV anyway, but you can't connect it to the TV without the dock. There are no plans for the Switch to be able to connect to your TV without the dock. Also, it seems that the Switch Pro controller doesn't have a headset port. This is based on what we saw in the original trailer. If you look at it from the angles that we were given, there's nowhere on the controller where you see a headset port. Or like an aux port. So I don't know if that's just because this was for the video and it's not the final unit, or if there's not going to be a headphone port on there. We'll find out later, I'm sure. So just things to consider. But I think it's stuff pretty much, well, minus the headset thing, I think it's stuff people pretty much expected. EXY has the first comment that says, so much for voice chat. Yeah, we need to learn more about that, obviously. We don't know any details there. Nintendo put out their Quarter 2 2016 earnings results this past week. The poor Wii U only sold 0.34 million in its last during Quarter 2, and the 3DS sold 1.7 million units. Nintendo made some big bank from selling off their stake in the Seattle Mariners. They also got some money from.
Who'd they sell it to?
I don't know. I got no idea. They just sold it.
I don't know.
And they also got some money from Pokemon Go.
I had no idea that they owned that.
They
So if you
had.
went to the stadium, was there like a Nintendo store there?
No, there wasn't a Nintendo store, but they had like Nintendo signage up and stuff like that. And they had like Bring Your 3DS Day and stuff like that. What? They also had big success in Kirby Planet Robobot, which sold over 1 million copies. So the last time a Kirby game didn't sell over 1 million was a very, very long time ago. Kirby games are super dependable with being million sellers.
They like you. They
They
really
really
like you.
Because I'm super dependable.
Hey, talking about a whole bunch. All right,
Actually,
so I'll
before
give
you
you
got here, this guy said you were.
I'll give you an update on million sellers. The install base for the Wii U so far worldwide. Anybody have a guess?
I can't see numbers on that.
You remember the Wii U sold poorly.
Right.
8 million.
8 million. Mom Brain, give me a number.
4 million.
4 million. Kirby, give me a number.
8 and 4 already out
12
there.
million?
Kirby wins
Yay.
13.3 million
You were close. You were the
with
closest.
92 million
No.
units of software sold. So that's a pretty good number of software for that many systems. 3DS has broken the 60 million sold. It's at 61.5 million units sold worldwide. And it has moved 293 million units of software.
Have we ever had a billion units sold? That would be
Of a
lot.
console?
That would be a lot, right?
Yeah. Of a console? No. And I believe this means the 3DS has surpassed the install base of the original NES because that was 60 million. So the 3DS continues on. And
The original NES. Let's think about this.
Everybody had one.
When did that come out? 82, right?
No.
85, I think.
85. That's what I meant. And when did the Super Nintendo come out?
I don't know. 90s.
1991, I want to say.
Was it?
Sounds right. Ask Paul Rudd.
He built it.
He did in a drive-in movie
Like-
theater.
And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we got a new one every couple of years. Like, let's let it stick around a little bit, right? No? 85 to 91, 6 years. And what is the time span now? The time frame.
Well, I wouldn't count Wii to Wii U because the Wii U didn't do well, so they're jumping in there earlier than usual. But before that, yeah. Like, look at how long the DS was around. And the 3DS is kicking for, Jesus, what, 6 years now?
3DS?
Yeah.
Is that true, Kirby?
Probably.
Can somebody in the chat please tell me when the 3DS came out? Thank you. I appreciate it.
I know
Appreciate it.
It was 2011.
That'd be 6 years.
Would it be or would that be 5?
Come on. Like, we know the system's coming out, or the system's going to be out at the end of this
Come
year.
on.
They have games coming out in 2017.
But the Switch is not
I didn't know if there was anything else.
is not a replacement for the 3DS.
Yeah, just like they said with the DS not being a replacement for the Game Boy.
No, but it's not. It's a complete. This is a home console that you can take on the go.
Here's how Nintendo works. They say, hey, fans, don't worry. This isn't a replacement for that other system you love. And if it does poorly, they stay by that. And if it does great, they're like, never mind.
Yeah, but they're not used. Like they even said, we're going to come out with a new handheld to replace the 3DS.
They didn't specifically say that, but they did
Why they
indicate
call it the
that
new 3D?
they're going
That
to
they're going to
have
continue handhelds
a true successor, yes.
instead.
Yeah,
of
but here's the thing. If the Switch is super successful,
what a
those
Switch.
those plans are going to change. They're
If
Like
it does
the-
successful, can that be an ad for them?
sure.
M. Night Shyamalan
You know, they-
saying, "What a Switch."
Remember they said the DS was the third pillar? They were like console and Game Boy, and then the third pillar is the DS. It's going to
And
be
then
its
that
own
did
thing.
really
And then
well,
the
and
DS
it
was
was
like, boom! We're like, F you, Game Boy.
Right.
See you later.
And then everybody started calling the DS the Game Boy, and it was like, "It's our Game Boy." It was like freaking
Thank
out
you
at
to
people.
everybody that put their answer in the chat. A whole bunch of you did. February 26, 2011. And Wow, it's Mike did the math and says the system has been out for 5 years, 8 months, and 2 days.
So not 6 years.
Not 6
Take it
years.
back.
That's right. I take it back. That's
Thank
right.
you. Wow, it's Mike.
But we know it's being supported with new games in 2017. So
You know what else is coming out in 2017?
Switch.
Supposedly January 1st, 2017. The new Sherlock.
Maybe New Year. Okay.
And maybe New Year.
They were going to say the new Shrek.
The new Shrek
Get
movie.
ready, everybody! The new Shrek. If that were true, they'd be advertising that now. And you can read how many millions of games were sold as well, if you'd like. And Nintendo's blah 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 about we did this and we did that. But I picked out the more interesting stuff for feeters we will get
Some
to in a
systems,
few
we
minutes.
need money.
Nintendo 2 Comp says makes for appalling reading. I don't know what he's talking about. Well, we'll skip that.
Okay, here's my thing. Switch.
No, we already talked to you.
Small screen. And I'm going to set that down and play multiplayer off that tiny little screen.
We've played multiplayer on DS, which has a much smaller screen.
Not by setting the DS down in between a couple people and then playing off that tiny little screen.
So why do you need to set it down?
That's what their trailer has.
You can hold it in your hands.
Hey, let's go to basketball courts. What, you want to play some basketball? No, I got a Switch. We're going to play NBA whatever on the Switch, dog. And then we set this down like this, and it's like, it's smaller than this, right?
I don't know.
Thank you, by the way. I'll open it
Oh,
up.
sure.
I should show this.
And then we play it like this. What is that? Oh, that was a slam dunk. Did you see that? No, you didn't, because my head's in the way. Because I only one time.
Why would
One
you be
person at a
playing
time.
this at a basketball game in the first place?
Because the trailer. Did you watch it?
I didn't watch the whole thing.
They do show that in the trailer. They have
Oh.
Somebody's not interested in it. He didn't watch the whole thing.
they have kids playing basketball on a basketball court, and then they stop playing basketball to go sit at the table and play basketball on the Switch.
Gotcha. Okay.
Off of the little screen.
Why does that
It doesn't
bother
really
you?
look that small.
Yeah, you
It's
play.
small for playing.
I pictured the size of like of an iPad Mini.
You know what? You know what? That's fine. You don't think it's small? Let's go play multiplayer. Let's go play Smash Brothers. I'll go to the. Oh God,
Wow.
it's in the
Yeah,
way.
you threw a lot.
Getting so heated.
I'll go to the store. I'll get a nice 10-inch television screen. They don't even sell them that small because it's ludicrous. I'll get a nice small screen, and we'll play Smash Brothers off that tiny little baby screen.
Okay.
Oh, he's for it. Let's go ahead and do it. And then he'll be like, I can't see. My eyes aren't that good.
So you're upset because the screen is too small?
Because they touted it as being like, oh, take it anywhere, play multiplayer off this little freaking little dinker. Like, I can't see a darn thing off of that right now.
This freaking little dinker.
What do you mean? People play on their cell phones.
You haven't even seen the trailer. Yeah, people play like this on their cell phones. I'm going to set this here, and you're going to play with Mom Brain from over there on multiplayer.
Well, first off, they're not anywhere near that far away. It's like literally right here.
I don't know their gaming preference on where they want their screen to be.
Probably where they can see it.
Is there a little stand that comes with it? It flips out the back, right?
Yeah.
Answered. I answered that myself because I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
I watched the whole darn thing.
Well, I don't know what that whole point was, but there it is.
Baby screens for adults. If we were babies, maybe with baby eyes.
We were babies.
Wait, is it for single player it's annoying you or multiplayer? it's annoying you?
Multiplayer.
Okay, so then don't play it
Yeah,
that way.
you don't have friends, so it's okay.
I want to play with my friends. If I want to play with myself,
now
I
we
wouldn't get a
know.
game system.
Now-
No.
Now we know we're not going to ask you to play because we're going to be like, forget it. He's going to complain about the size of the screen.
No, we just need like those jeweler loops so we can see the
The
screens
screen that
better.
we don't have exact measurements for.
Yeah, that's true.
I watched the trailer. I know exactly how exact it's got to be. Small.
Stu Michaels continues his streak of texting me during the podcast.
Is he
did it
listening
3
to the
weeks in a
podcast?
row and apologized last time, and now he did it again. No.
Yeah, but he's
Talk
3
about.
hours behind. He isn't though.
He apologized to me. He knew.
He apologized just now.
No, that's why I said it was funny.
Oh.
I asked him what he was up to last night because he wanted to play Battlefield 1, and he never answered me, and he just got back to me now.
But
and
which
said he
number
had
is it
fallen
actually?
asleep. 1!
No, which one in the series?
Oh, I don't know. There's been so many.
What
Let's
happened?
like Hardline
I'm
and
looking this up.
1942 and 748.
Remember Hardline when we were like dodging gators?
I do.
Isn't there a hard ticket to Hawaii? Is that?
Yeah.
what is it?
Okay, here you go. This is specifically
That's a
Nintendo's
movie.
president talking about the
It was a movie
Switch
night movie.
Yeah.
not replacing
That's
the
the one with the
3DS.
razor blade frisbee.
Frisbee. He says the 3DS is. He says the Switch is not a replacement for the 3DS, and the 3DS will continue to receive support after the Switch launches. So there's your reconfirmation. We'll just continue on.
You know what you'll end up with is the bottom part of a new 3DS where you just click the switch in and then fold it down like a laptop thing.
Chair.
What?
I'll sit over there.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
January 12th.
I don't. That's why.
Mark it down,
What is it?
everybody.
I'm sorry.
January 12th.
First time you said that was kind of funny. That light just turned on?
Yeah, it's on a timer.
Ooh.
Well,
technology.
now the whole internet knows.
My back.
January 12th, people, mark it down. That is the day we're going to learn a whole bunch of poop about the Switch. Surprisingly, instead of Nintendo doing what they usually do, it's like, hey, we're talking about something you want to know about, and we're doing it tomorrow, and you learn about it 2 hours before it happens. Now they're saying, hey, January 12th, mark it down right now. We are having a Switch event on January 12th, and you're going to learn a whole bunch of stuff. So this is what Nintendo specifically says. Yep, that's what
This is what they specifically say.
Switch information will be shared at a Nintendo Switch presentation 2017. This will be an event for invited media, financial analysts, and trade partners in Tokyo that will be globally live streamed on January 12th. The presentation will include the launch date and pricing of the Switch, as well as a look at some of the lineup of the games currently in development. Mr. Kimishima also announced that the Switch will have sampling events for invited media, partners, and consumers, and this will take place in the US and in Europe after the presentation at later dates. There will be opportunities for the public to participate in other hands-on events around the same time, details of which will be announced later. The exact time for the presentation will be announced through Nintendo's social media channels in the coming weeks. So they're saying January 12th it is happening. We don't know the specific time yet, but January 12th is the date. So mark it down, remember it, get ready for it, get excited about it. It'll be here before you know it. We're going to learn a whole bunch of poop. Moldy Clay says, it isn't a direct, though. It is a live presentation, likely on a stage. It says they are inviting media and stuff to the event and broadcasting it. This is basically what the E3 presentation would have been if they didn't start doing digital events instead. Yes, this is going to be a major event for Nintendo, so get excited. We also have some rumored information on Nintendo's apparent push into the esports genre. Wow, it's Mike. I have no idea because invites haven't gone out yet. So it seems like Nintendo's been getting more into esports lately. They've had some events that they've sponsored, and they've had some other ideas that they've tossed out there. Plus, in the Switch reveal trailer at the end, they show a whole bunch of people playing Splatoon in a stadium, in an esports stadium.
Esports.
So we have some rumored information on Nintendo's push into esports. This comes from someone that is intimate with esports team management sexually, and also a source close to Nintendo. They say organizations heavily identified with esports have been in contact with Nintendo. This includes European and Japanese competitive teams as well. Games like Smash Brothers and Pokken Tournament have already been part of the esports scene, and they're considering exploring that idea more. Teams named include TSM, Team Liquid, and Immortals from North America, as well as G2, SK, Fnatic, and Navi in Europe. So for those of you that follow esports, I'm sure those teams are very recognizable. I don't know what the F I'm talking about. So it seems like Nintendo wants to do a lot more in the esports scene. Apparently they're not looking to be like number one, the king of esports events, because they know they don't have as many games for that stuff, but they want to have a presence in that scene because it's really popular right now. Oh my goodness gracious. This is the longest comment I've ever seen. I can't read this. It's too long.
Can I jump in?
This is a legitimate conversation. This is like paragraphs and paragraphs. Well, you go in there and read that on your own. That's too long.
Was that the top rated comment?
TLDR, am I right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 big paragraphs. I can't. I don't have the
can't
time.
read that much.
Go ahead. I can't. I don't know how to read.
Battlefield has jumped into the future with some of their games, so don't tell me.
No, I know they have. We're talking about right now. We were talking now.
Yeah, stupid.
Like Call of Duty now is in the future. The newest one is the future.
We're looking at now. This is now.
Pokemon
Right now.
Yes?
I don't know. I don't remember the rest of that bit.
You stole my bit.
Spaceballs.
Pokemon Sun and Moon pre-orders are trending. Well, actually, we have a top story on that, so we'll do that. The demo hit a download milestone. The demo's been downloaded like 3.5 million times. It's People like that game. Not surprised, or people are excited for that game.
Let's get to the Switch news.
Miitomo is just about to hit 15 million unique users, according to Nintendo.
I'm sorry, that's gonna smell.
And they also talk a bit about Super Mario Run. Miitomo is going to connect to Super Mario Run in some ways. They're not detailing specifically how, but there's an update coming out from Miitomo, and they say it's a rather big update, and it adds a new messaging feature, a uniquely expressive message featuring your Mii character's facial expressions and voice. So you'll have specific expressions that are unique to your character.
Mom, Brain, do you still play Miitomo?
No.
First comment comes from Nintendo 2Cop.
No.
And he says, I hope the update is indeed major because as it is, Miitomo is in the pits. It's a daily chore I just do for the coins, not because it's any kind of fun.
I do it for the coins.
Switch news, here you go.
Switch.
Nintendo talked about the Switch at their financial briefing.
On.
What?
Off.
The Switch functions in both on and off positions. So Nintendo talked about the Switch reveal trailer. They say between all their channels, more than 23 million people viewed the Switch reveal. And obviously it's more than that because there's other channels that put the trailer up, but Nintendo can't count those views because it's not their channels. So 23 million views from Nintendo's official channels and releases of the Switch reveal trailer. And according to their breakdown, reactions to the trailer were more than 95% positive.
Really? I thought there were a bunch of people who were like,
And also, there, I would say, so everywhere I've been on the internet altogether, I would say the reaction has been extremely positive. I'd put it just my own judging at like 80 to 85% positive, somewhere around there.
Mm.
I don't know how Nintendo's getting their number. And they also say that more than 50% of YouTube comments included the words fake and gay.
Wait,
They don't say
Oh.
23 million views worldwide, still growing, overwhelmingly positive. It's made them very confident that people are at least somewhat interested in the Switch, which is great news. First comment comes from Adam, and he says, the other 5% is made up entirely by investors. Yes, that's goodbye, cruel world. That's true.
so
I don't understand investors at all.
there's this one analyst that says, unfortunately, the ongoing gimmicky nature of their hardware configuration seems only to detract. At the moment, the Switch platform does not feel disruptive or desirable and way too gimmicky for a millennial to embrace.
Yeah. You know what one thing almost everyone agrees on? This isn't gimmicky. Like there's no playing the game.
This guy here doesn't agree with that.
What did I just say? Investors are crazy and analysts are right there with them. Like they asked Kimishima, Nintendo's president, they were like, so your stock dropped by 7% when the announcement happened, which is something that happened to Sony and Microsoft for their systems too. And they were like, why do you think that is? And he goes, I'm going to tell you the truth. I have no idea why. He's like,
Is that what
reaction.
he sounds like? Are you making that voice?
I speak for him. I'm his Bill Trinan. And he's like, I don't understand it. He's like, the reaction online from consumers was fantastic. Yes, there were some negative, but overall, by and large, it was extremely positive. He's like, I don't know why.
Romy Cowboy from GoNintendo said it was 80-something% positives.
So this is investors and analysts track the company's like financial information, but don't have any idea about like the games and the content and like gamers and what's going on. Like investors ask questions at the briefing that are like, and they say like, I don't care about video games. Tell me how you're gonna blah blah blah. And they're like, we make video games. Like, what do you mean you don't? They just care about the dollar amount. So
The almighty Allah.
just like Mega Jacob F says, investors only care about mobile. About money. He also said mobile.
No,
Oh, okay. That's why the stock dropped, because it wasn't like a mobile game.
Give me my money. Yeah, that's what investors want to see. If they see anything mobile, it goes up.
It's just like,
Watch when Super Mario Run comes out.
I don't know. It's not necessarily gimmicky, but you're essentially selling. They're reselling a different version of the Wii U. It seems like.
It seems like this is the way Wii U should have been from the start.
It's funny because the Wii was supposed to be a peripheral for the GameCube,
Yep.
and that did really well. They sold it by themselves, and then the Wii U didn't do well, and then this is like the this was like the correction on the Wii U.
Yeah, some people are like, it's funny how like the Wii did really well and the Wii U didn't, and then Nintendo's like, screw it, we're doubling down on Wii U and let's make it better. But yeah,
And the cartridges, that's supposed to help piracy?
it makes piracy more difficult. Sure.
That's what I mean. It's supposed to
Supposed to help
combat,
fight piracy.
help
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah. Any
How?
Excuse me.
well, if you have a disc, you can put that inside a computer. If you don't have a disc, it takes a lot more. Like somebody had
But there's other people who have been making cartridges for like other systems where they didn't have.
Yeah, that still will have to happen. Someone's going to have to do that. Yeah. Like they're going to have to reverse engineer the system and make an emulator and then dump the information.
You know what they
from
should go to?
cartridges and-
Those PSP game discs.
That's why Sony did that.
That's what they should do though, because those things.
That's why Nintendo had small discs for the GameCube.
Because then you can also shoot those out at people if you want.
Yes, that's true. Out of the Ninja Turtles pizza tosser.
Yeah.
North America this week's games uploaded by Nintendo. We also got Just Dance 2017. We got Corpse Party. We got the Wii game.
How
which
much
I
is
believe
Corpse
you.
Party?
I don't know.
Sorry.
What does it say?
Or what did I play? Tell me what I play.
On the Wii, I believe you played it. You may have played it too. Lost in Shadow.
Oh yeah.
No,
That
I
was a
think,
unique
I
title
remember
that-
watching
that-
Nicky Hill play.
I've actually thought of that recently.
Lost in Shadow is now available to download on the Wii U. So
That's
if you
a-
missed out on it on the Wii,
Game that should with better graphics and better light and shadow effects. It should be revisited.
Should do like an HD.
I would like that, but it was made. Wasn't it made by Hudson?
That's right. Wasn't
Yeah.
it like their last game? before
So
they
no more for
bought
them.
out?
Well, somebody else can steal that idea. I mean, come on, seriously.
I mean, Konami could do it
Konami
since they.
don't do anything else. No, Konami's only interested in making Metal Gear games that nobody wants and putting Solid Snake into slot
I'm
machines.
saying theoretically they could do it.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, somebody's so the list of third parties working on Switch, Konami was on there, and everybody's like, "Oh, well, what are they going to do? They don't make anything anybody wants anymore."
Well, Konami
Konami.
makes slot machines.
Yeah,
Like that's a big thing for them. When you go to Las Vegas, there's a huge building that says Konami
Konami.
down the side,
Konami.
and it's just a slot machine.
Wait, can you
I
make
know.
factory.
Rami, make the Konami noise?
Konami. Oh, boodaloo-loo-loo-loo-loo.
It's pretty good.
It's National Street Pass Weekend Halloween edition, everybody. Are you ready for Halloween?
Yeah.
I just bought all my
I'm just up. What am I? Who am I?
What?
Who am I?
Nicky Hill?
I don't know.
I know who he
You
is.
have a ponytail.
Color of the shirt and the ponytail together.
Who am I dressed as?
What? I don't know. Give me a hint.
Don't worry. I'll
Okay.
spook you later.
Oh, are you spaghetti?
Yes!
Spoop ya.
Guys, are you ready for Halloween? This year, skip the tricks and head straight to the treats with National Street Pass Weekend Halloween Edition. Stop by any one of the more than 29,000 Nintendo Zone hotspots across North America with your Nintendo 3DS or 2DS system from October 28th to October 31st, and you can collect up to 6
Fire
across
machines.
North America. New themes this week. Mario's Halloween theme on 3DS. Also new this week, as far as games are concerned, Box Up on 3DS, Butterfly Inchworm Animation 2 on 3DS, Pixel Maker on 3DS, Demonic Karma Summoner on Wii U, Ectoplaza on Wii U, and Solitaire on Wii U. Yeah. There's your digital downloads or your Nintendo uploads. Lowcamp says, on the upside, Gurumin. On the downside, crappy Hatsune Miku music going even more mainstream. Whoops. I just realized that this week's European content is not the same than the NA shop, which got Gurumin earlier. My bad. Gurumin or oilier. We're gonna do this. All right, we'll do this very quickly. Rumor from a dev that's close to the Switch. He says the Switch screen is a touchscreen that supports up to 10 points of interaction.
10.
10 points.
10 inputs.
Yeah, well, that's a big thing. This is going to be their first touchscreen that's not
I don't know. Is it a touchscreen? We don't know that yet.
cellophane over.
We don't know if it's a touchscreen yet.
10 points of interaction.
Yes.
Allegedly.
And current dev kits are running on older hardware specs, but the Switch may be based on a new Tegra X2, which is quite a jump in power from the X1. There's your rumor.
Have you experienced the X1 or the X2?
No, I have not.
Mm.
Screen is apparently 6.2 inches. And
This is a system for hamsters.
and 720p. Man, that'd be amazing if you were a hamster.
720.
Be huge.
Why can't it be 1080?
Probably because it's not
1080,
too powerful. The right-hand Joy-Con houses a short-range IR sensor in its base, which is something that we've been analyzing for quite a while now, because it looks like when one of the women game lady players at the rooftop party, when she takes the controller off, you can see her like moving the controller to hand it to somebody else, and the camera catches the reflection off like the front of it, which looks like an IR port that's on the Wiimote.
Wow,
It looks
this
pretty
is
much the
some
same.
Serious analysis.
And there may be an IR sensor in the Switch's dock. So, I mean, there's been talk of motion controls for the system for a while now. And like I was saying last week, Just Dance is coming to the system. I'd be surprised if it doesn't have some sort of motion control.
Can we see a photo? Oh, I guess I'll bring it up here.
Peter, show me Celery Man.
I just want to discuss this with you. So, you've got controller here, controller here.
Yeah.
On this side, the thumbstick is on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
And when it's in the controller,
On
the right side, the controller's down here. The
Yes.
Joy-Con.
Yes.
Joy-Con. That's where I think it's going to be uncomfortable.
What?
The thumbstick down here and the thumbstick up here. However, when you take this off, you can take it off and then,
I'm more comfortable having a right one up top and a left one down below.
I think
don't
they
know
should
why.
both be up top, or it depends on where it sits
Definitely
when you
easier for
hold
me
it.
to do this.
Like I
than it
understand
is for
how
me to
you
do
said,
this.
the PlayStation controls.
You don't play first-person games, so you're not the one that you wouldn't be playing those games anyway.
The PlayStation's Joy-Cons
fingers
are
and
both
feelings.
low, but you're also holding them here, and your thumbs are in a decent spot. So if their controller setup that you lock out their dock or whatever has handles, that can still be comfortable. However, when you're handheld, you're just Joy-Con, like your hand on the con. So it's down low, and it's a weird.
Have you ever
setup.
played a 360?
Xbox 360? Yes.
Have you ever looked at the controller?
We'll take a look later.
Okay.
Is it that close? I don't think it's that close. Again, that you have a handle. Don't you talk about 360. They went through years of testing ergonomics to get that thing right.
Okay. You also understand why
Joystick.
the joysticks are the way they are on the Switch, right?
Why? Tell me.
The joysticks have to be opposite for when you split them and you give it to another person.
They don't have to be opposite.
Well, then they'd have to completely redesign one side of it.
Why?
Because you'd be playing with your joystick on the right hand and buttons on the left. Then
I think we need a visual.
No, I don't think so. If the joystick was up here, you turn it this way. Joystick, pads.
yeah, but
The way it is right now, it's down here, so you turn it this way. It's the same thing.
But the joysticks are situated so that the sides facing in are the sides where the joystick is. So, like, the left-hand side has its.
I still don't think it really matters.
Well, then the other side of the Joy-Con would have to be completely different. You get what I'm saying?
Clearly, I don't. I honestly don't think it really matters.
Well, they'd have to make one Joy-Con weird then.
And I think they did. They've accomplished that. Yeah, you can't say that. I mean, look at this.
Can't say what.
The 360. That is deep in there.
What are you talking about?
This lower thing is deep.
Oh no, I'm just talking.
Like you've got plenty of room for your thumb. Whereas this, it's like I'm going to be playing like a baby. Like I've got T-Rex fingers or
like
something.
a baby. I mean,
T-Rex fingers on normal hands. You get what I'm saying?
I thought you were just talking about the opposite joysticks.
Yeah, the
You're talking about like
arrangement
the
placement of the lower one is I'm trying to bring it up faster.
No, yeah, I get what you're saying. It's
See, this
Further out.
is probably doable.
okay.
You know, the handle bumps out far enough so that the thumbstick is in a somewhat more. That even looks still close. That even looks
Okay.
close still.
I think this might be one of those things where you just have to hold it to be able to see how.
But
it feels.
like you're gonna play that, and again, like what I was trying to say, if I'm holding that, my thumb is in line with my pinky, and playing that
this
for,
is what I'm
for
saying.
hours is gonna be weird.
You're like the way you're holding your hand. That's all what you think it's going to be like. We have to actually hold it before you can.
No,
say
but I'm
that.
looking at this picture,
I
and there's
know
no other
that.
way. It's like holding a 3DS. My hand cramps up after some time playing a 3DS.
Well,
So then I was like, oh, I'll get the 3DS XL. That'll solve that problem. Guess what? It didn't. It's the same stinking problem.
well, then you're going to have to either get the shell or get a Pro controller.
And then I can't play it on the go
Why not?
because that's what you got on the go.
You can hold those in your hand separately.
And then I'll be fumbling.
I think you're just making excuses.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at it, and
You
I'm
can
just saying.
take your two hands and put them wherever you want. You don't have to, like, you can.
Doesn't matter where my hand is. It's where my thumb's got. Look at this. This is what I gotta hold.
Again, I think we need to actually hold it before
Well,
we can say
can we order one and get it here this week?
No. This week, no. Next week, maybe. Mr. Kimishima says that there's more to reveal on the Switch. And he says a lot more about it. He says, by no means was everything shown. There is more to show.
What are these other buttons here? These other lights?
They're your indicator. It's just like the Wiimote. You know how the Wiimote has the 4 buttons or the 4 lights down the bottom?
Yeah. There's 8
What it
here.
is. There are, yeah. So like
It's for multiplayer.
it'll show you like.
He's on the spot. Look, he's starting to tremble. I don't know how to answer this.
Well,
kidding.
I don't know what else you want me to say. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what it is.
5, 6, 7, 8.
I guess if somebody makes
Are
an
there
8-player
8 or
game,
4?
sure.
I think there's more to that. What is this?
More do that.
That's a home button.
Where's the home button?
Right where you would expect it to be.
Is there a home button? I don't remember.
Underneath the right thumbstick.
Yeah, that's the other thing. We don't know what that is.
Also, let's look at this. Okay, so you're saying they want these to be exact replicas. Look at how far this one is towards the edge. Look at how deep this one is. So they're nowhere near identical.
No, the joysticks have to be flipped. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, but why then? I don't know. If you're gonna play that this way, that's gonna be weird.
What way? What do you mean? Joystick left hand, buttons right. That's it.
This right side here.
Okay.
If you're gonna play this as its own controller multiplayer,
Yes.
that's awkward
Why?
because that's like putting your thumb all the way over here for a controller.
You just said the 360 was good because the one is deep.
You don't get it. You just want
Now
to
you're
fight.
saying-
Oh, Nintendo, holy
You just wanna
Lord!
complain.
I don't. All I'm saying
Did
is
you look at the controller?
Yeah.
You take another look, Mister. I had to watch the whole trailer.
I've
I
said
stopped.
this a million times now.
It was
All
3 minutes. Like,
we have
what
to.
did you do with your time? It was 3
I
minutes.
was at work, okay?
He
I'll watch
finished
it.
masturbating before the video was over. No, all I'm saying is we have to hold the controller. I don't know. I don't know. Is it going to be weird to hold? I don't know. I have no idea.
It's so weird.
I know. So look at it and keep saying it's weird. That's fine. There's 2 other controller options you can have.
There's only shoulder buttons. There's no triggers, huh? Interesting.
No, there's both.
Are there?
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
We're also trying to decide if those are analog shoulder buttons.
So what I'm looking at right now is
Mhm.
if you look at the don't point that thing at me. the Joy-Con,
Yep.
right?
Colma says this conversation's getting frustrating.
Because of me?
No.
Like, come on. Look at this thing. So the Joy-Con's in a decent place, right?
Mhm, mhm.
If you were to play with like a Wiimote, that's kind of where you'd expect it to be. Now you take this side and turn that one sideways. You got to reach halfway across that controller just to make contact with the Joy-Con.
I like how you say halfway, but you also say the controller's too small. You're making it sound like you're like, oh my God.
I'm not talking about that as a single player, sideways, old-fashioned Nintendo NES controller.
I know.
I'm talking about that being awkward there, and then awkward in its own way, close to the side on the actual thing.
Okay, what do you want me to say? I don't understand.
I want you to say, hey, Reggie, get me one of these things. We got to settle something.
No, here's what I'm going to say. Is it going to feel good? I don't know. Is it going to feel bad? I don't know. We should wait until we hold it in our hands, and then we can decide.
But I can still jump.
You can still be negative. Yeah,
I
hop
can
on the
still jump the
internet.
gun.
They need more
I can
people
still
like
get
you.
excited over it.
You know, when you're playing with the
Positivity
Wiimote,
rating was
when you're playing with the
95%. We need to bring that
You know what? You know what? And then, okay, so then they put it out there, and let's just say, hypothetically, there's a resounding response of, this feels weird in my hand. And then Nintendo's like, well, I wish somebody would have said something when they watched that 3-minute video we put out. Then we could have fixed it.
I don't think Nintendo's going, I wish somebody would have said something, because I'm pretty sure on the internet people say all kinds of things.
Right, but they're not discussing this. This is an issue.
Do you think that
We don't all have tiny hands.
I understand that. There are 2 other controller options, and you're still complaining.
And I'm not taking that Pro controller out on a train
Why
or
not?
a plane because, according to the 3-minute trailer, I'm not supposed to.
What do you mean? You can do whatever you want.
According to the video, that's not how it works. You slide the sides off. If I'm not sliding those sides off, no one else around me is looking, going, "Oh, what's that? I'm going to have to get me one of those."
So,
And that's what this is about. Just selling consoles.
so just admit
What
you just
else
want
is
to
in the
complain then.
No,
You can play with that other controller whenever you want.
I just want to voice it like an
Wait a
actual
minute.
concern. It looks like it's a
You
weird
can
thing.
slide them off because the one is a shell. So when you're out there and you flip up your little kickstand, you slide those things off and put them in your shell. There you go. Now everybody knows.
One of those things is a shell. What are you talking about?
The one that they have with the
The one
lights
controller.
is a shell, yeah. So then you can still go on your train or your plane, put the thing down and go whoosh, and put them into your and then play. Then you're selling it to everybody.
Are those the actual names?
Sliding it to left and right.
I mean, maybe. But that seems like-
You just complained about not sliding them off. That's how you do it. You slide them up and put them in the shell.
Yeah.
Like the
Catch him with a coat.
smack with a hammer.
If that was how it was supposed to be done, they would have had that in the trailer.
That's how the trailer starts. Someone taking those off the controller.
He sits down on a train or a plane or whatever it is. It's a plane. And he plays with 2 little controllers in his hands.
Yeah, because that's what he's comfortable with. Maybe he's got baby hands. I don't know. Maybe he's got giant hands. I don't know.
We got to get measurements on this stuff.
Well, that's what I said like 15 minutes ago. Let's wait until we can actually try it out. But
And I said that 2 weeks ago when it first came out. But it's important, Nintendo. Let's discuss. Let's get these systems out there for people to get their hands on.
well, that's the other thing. Like, I'm sure Nintendo has been spending a lot of time testing how it feels in hands and stuff like that. I don't think they're just like, let's make something.
Yeah, but it looks like they're just giving it to children's hands. Children grow up.
That's probably why they have 3 different controller options.
Because children grow up.
Because there's different hand sizes. Like, what do you want them to do? Like, one controller that fits everybody, or
Yes.
have options for everybody? Like, I don't know that they can make one controller that fits everybody.
Or do you want them to just move the right joystick up a lot?
Yeah, do you want them to do that?
Down. I want it
I
down.
thought you said you wanted them both at the top.
Well, either both at the top or both like, more real.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't even keep track.
No,
of
you're
it.
right.
Wow, it's Mike says, I
Yeah.
love Nikki. When he's on, they have discussions. That's true. We do have discussions.
Yeah, 40 minutes.
This isn't a
discussions that go
discussion.
nowhere.
This is a travesty. This is an embarrassment.
Ugh.
I'm embarrassed. Thank you.
Also, on accessories for the Switch, Mr. Kimishima says, it may be appropriate to call them accessories, or it might be better to call them add-ons. It's probably more correct to call them accessories, though. You can assume that there will be a wider array. So maybe they'll have a slide-on for Nikki Hill hands. I'm sorry.
Could
Could
you imagine taking this out and having like a zapper peripheral
at that tiny screen? No.
Oh, so you think it's a tiny screen?
That was
we had
you.
agreement.
That was you. Yeah, I mean, it would have to be like an IR thing. Nintendo also said that they're interested in VR and that it offers new ways of playing. They say if you ask us whether there's any possibilities they will do something with that, they can't say no, but they're not confirming anything.
If Nintendo did a virtual reality helmet, it would just have to be a Mega Man helmet, right?
I think so.
I don't know if Capcom would be okay with that.
I'm sure when they're cashing all their checks, they'll be plenty okay with it.
Well, this is weird.
Everything okay? Is everything okay? Are you all right? Bro, it's just a joke. Bro.
We're not going to do
It's
that.
just a prank, dude. Bro.
Pokemon. I'm okay. Pokemon Sun and Moon are now the best pre-selling games in Nintendo history. Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon are officially the best pre-selling games in Nintendo history. Additionally, Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon special demo version is the most downloaded demo on the 3DS eShop in Nintendo history. So that's pretty huge. The best pre-selling games in Nintendo history, not best pre-ordered games on 3DS. We're talking about Nintendo's entire history. So good for Pokemon Sun and Moon. Immediate Muffin says Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty sell a lot too. They do.
Nice.
Okay. Thanks, Nikki Hill. Nintendo. We're gonna skip that.
Is anybody talking about the plus and minus buttons? This controller has plus and minus buttons.
People are talking about
Is that two of the points
Just
of
like-
contact?
Buttons that are actually a plus and a minus.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Wii and the Wii U had them, but they were circular. Circular. Nintendo says they're not ready to talk about certain Switch features, but they do have a plan for those things that they didn't show. They say they can't provide specs beyond what was shown in the intro video. And Mr. Kimishima says, as I'm part of an older generation of video game players, I think that it's difficult to offer software that satisfies my generation. We do have plans, including applicable software lineup, for things not shown in the video, so I'm personally very much looking forward to it. I hope that everyone is able to try it out this January. Well, there you go, January. If you're lucky enough to attend an event, you can try it out there, and you can write a laundry list of stuff for Nintendo that you want them to check out.
My other concern is when you put it into the docking station, I hope this line, like this side, is lined with like felt or something soft. I don't
Of
wanna
the
be-
dock?
I don't want to be scratching up my console.
I don't
Because
think
the glass
the
is-
screen touches the front of the dock at all.
I'm sure when some people go to drop it in there, it will. That should be lined with something.
I think you have like that much space.
Okay. Do you
I
ever
don't know
play,
for
do you ever
sure.
play those games where you have a hoop that's this big and you got to go over the electric bar and you get zapped if you hit? You hit. If the spot is this big and the console's this big, put some felt
in this
on.
instance, you might have to use your own felt. I don't think it's going to be felted. I really don't.
That's like the PlayStation 3 not coming with a USB key.
HDMI cable.
You are correct.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, obviously with the screen, there's going to be worries there, and I wouldn't be surprised if some third party didn't offer some. Yeah, that might be it. Some third party might offer some sort of sleeve that you put on the thing when you slide it into the dock. Because it's not going to be felted. There's not going to be felt there to protect your screen. But I can understand your
Thank you.
desire to have something to protect
To
the
protect
screen.
my
Yes.
business, my
Yes.
investment.
Well, we just put a nice screen protector on it.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Oh, no.
I just don't like the way screen protectors make your devices look. Like it
Mine looks good.
lessens the
Yeah, they look like VHS.
resolution. It dulls the image for me. Well,
The
I
image
guess
is
we're not
really
going to
dull
read
when you
Twitter
drop
stuff
your
again
phone and
today
it's
because we
broken.
spent way too much
Are
time.
we considering
I guess I'll do that next week.
780p
720.
720.
I was gonna let it go. I want to see where he was going with it.
Is that considered high definition still?
Yes,
Not the highest.
Not the highest.
not the highest.
I mean, Nintendo, what are you doing? 4K. We're looking at 4K in the world here.
Oh no, we're not. We're looking at 8K.
Oh, sorry, everyone.
Yeah, there's 8K stuff. I know, right? Here's the other thing. Like, how many people have a 4K TV? See,
How many
like
people don't?
so, like the jump from like standard def
I make good
TV
points.
to HD, like that was a big jump. But I don't like that your average consumer can see.
Not many shows or anything are broadcasting 4K. So
Yeah,
what's
I don't think the average consumer is
I
going
don't
to be
think.
interested in or even see the difference from jumping from 1080p to 4K.
Hmm.
Like,
I think the bigger press or whatever is OLED screens. Those things look phenomenal.
we'll find out what happens. I don't know.
Oh my god! If the Switch was an OLED screen, first off, it would be probably twice as much as they want to sell it for, and second, it would look amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. What
I don't even know if you can
it's gonna
put games on that sort of screen. Refresh rate or something like that.
All right, what do we play? Kirby, what have you been playing?
You played more Doom. I just returned from hell, and now I'm back on Mars.
How was that trip?
It was
Hell of a trip.
It was pretty intense. It was intense. So yeah, I'm still enjoying the game.
So he was camping.
Does it have a good soundtrack for what it is?
Yeah, I really
Right?
like the industrial metal and the,
It fits so
and
well.
they use like the choirs.
Yeah, yeah. I was so surprised at how much I like this soundtrack.
Yeah, really the only minor issue I have with it, and this is a result of playing it on a console, is trying to switch weapons, especially like when you're in the middle of a fight.
I
And,
agree.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
because like you can't even you don't even when you open up the wheel to select weapons, it doesn't even the action doesn't even stop completely. It like slows down.
Slows down, but
So you-
I often felt it didn't slow down enough, or maybe I was
Yeah,
waiting too long.
because
To
like
switch
you can see like
weapons.
projectiles flying right at you.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and also like the because it just like things get too intense. I'm not even like thinking about like trying to switch to a new weapon
Yeah.
or the what are the secondary functions on weapons.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just too distracted to even
Well, that's
think
because
about those
the
things.
fights that you're in are so intense. You're constantly moving and running and jumping and fighting for your life. So
I'm not even paying attention to like how much ammo I have. Or,
yeah, it's very hectic. So I
Yeah.
understand what you mean.
Yeah, and I don't know if it would be any easier to be playing it on like a PC with a mouse and keyboard or not. But
Yeah, I don't know. That's I mean, I could see how it might help with like a scroll wheel on the mouse or something like that.
yeah,
But I don't know. Yeah, it's one of the only first-person games I've played on the console where I felt the same issue with weapons. Like, not a major complaint, but
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I think it's because it's so crazy.
and other than that, I played the Resident Evil kitchen
Oh, don't talk about
VR
that.
demo last night.
Yeah, don't say specifics on it because I think we're gonna get Stranger to try it.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully she survives. But
So yeah, it was
scared the hell out
it
of
was very short, but I liked it, and it was a little unnerving.
Graphics weren't that great.
And
that's up to you.
and that's,
Well, it was just I don't know. Like
and
it was.
that's
it
the
was
first thing
self-contained,
I've.
so-
Oh, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
No, it was self-contained. So I started playing the Resident Evil demo to look around, and I think those graphics looked a little bit better.
Well, the resolution's dropped for PlayStation VR.
PlayStation VR.
Well, I played
PlayStation
the Resident Evil
VR.
in here. Oh, you mean because it's fully 360 or whatever?
Well, plus it's splitting a signal. Like you get it on TV and you get it in VR, so the resolution. Like when you play any game and it's on TV with the PlayStation VR, it has black borders on the sides
Right.
because the resolution's dropped.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say this is probably the first VR thing that I've played where
You soiled yourself.
where you can actually like see your hands and legs, your appendages being represented on the screen.
Your shoulder, you see everything.
Oh, I didn't
You
even
see
see
everything. Yeah, if you look around, if you look behind you, you can see like the shoulder and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't even think I looked all the way around because I was.
Oh, I did. I was terrified.
I probably should have.
Is that it?
That's that was it.
All right. Nikki Hill, what did you play?
Hey, I played Rez.
Actually, I'm sorry. Hold on. Mom Brain, what did you play?
Nothing.
Okay. Nikki Hill, what did you play? That's why I was doing that.
I played Rez on PlayStation VR. I thought I did fairly well. I didn't complete the whole thing.
You did great. No, you beat it first time through.
My mom is still inside the machine.
Yeah, he got the ending that says she's still trapped because you have to do something else. But he got the same experience everybody gets the first time they play.
I thought I was doing really well. I was doing like great. And then I got to like the end of the third level or fourth or whatever, and Ramid's like, "This is actually the easiest boss. You'll do fine." I like leveled down.
Fell apart.
Like, yeah. I mean, they're shooting lasers and stuff, and I thought they were all straight. And then there's like shooting lasers at angles, and I was just like, "I'm dead.
I'm dead."
So I played Rez. Then I experienced the kitchen. I think is that all I played here? Yeah. Because then you played some stuff.
Yeah, I guess that is it.
Oh no. Well, I played like that balance game.
Oh, Tumble VR.
Yeah. I'm not too much of a fan of that one, I don't think. Space was strange. I don't know. I can't really explain the complications.
I disagree. I told you it specifically tells you make sure your controller's charged when you play, and we were at blinking.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
I had an issue with space though.
That's why. Yeah, I saw the controller was like you weren't moving it, and it was like yeah. It's because of the battery.
I'm still not sure I'd go back to it. And then I went home, and I started playing Alone with You.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Well, whatever you told me.
You told him to do it.
And
I like it. The music's good. Everything is very specific. It tells you go do this, and that's the only thing you can do. You can't really explore beyond that.
You have to explore the place it tells you to explore. Well, no, that's not true. Like the first,
it gives you 4 options.
Yeah.
So you can explore however you want, but it's not like a Metroid game or something where it's like if you go to a place and you're not prepared for it, you can't complete a certain task. Like you're going to complete it no matter what. The game also tells, like the character tells you, go and do this. The second you do that, it's like, all right, come home. Come see me. You go see them. Go to bed. You go to bed. Like it's very like, there's not really exploration. You're going for certain.
What day are you on?
7.
Oh, okay.
I thought I was close to the end, and then
it
continues.
I think it's like another week and a half, something like that.
Well, originally said 2 weeks. We had 2 weeks before destruction, but then things got bad.
So who you been talking to? Everybody?
Yeah.
You got a favorite?
I went back for my special night. That sounds weird.
That's right. You got a special night. Yeah. Who'd you double visit?
The first woman that I visited, which was the woman that had she was writing the novel.
Oh yeah. Okay. Hey, it's funny you say that because that's the one I wanted to go back and visit, but I wasn't paying attention to names, I guess, and I picked a name and I went and saw the black guy. I was like, oh, he has a woman's name. Whatever. What's his name?
Lumumba or something.
I was talking about the first name, Lumumba. Now that's a fine woman's name.
Doctor.
Whatever. I picked the wrong name and I ended up at him, and I was like, whatever. I'll spend my night here.
He's funny because he's like leaning on his controls panel. So like you walk into his room.
I know what you mean.
And he's like, Hey, I heard you were walking around my region the other night.
Well,
was like-
when you go back for a special visit, the way he talks to you, I'm like, oh no, I've given him the wrong impression. I'm sorry, doctor. I'm not here for what you think I'm here for.
I
But
don't
you like
remember
it.
the names. Yeah, it's different, but it's I don't know. It's very confined.
It's very like
on
you
rails.
said.
It's like very
Oh yeah,
specific.
you go into a level and
Yeah.
you're given very
Like,
specific
you go into-
objectives.
You go into this building. You want to explore. You want to go into each room. It just says inaccessible, 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 inaccessible. You can only get into one room. It's very specific.
Well, I mean, it's about finding keys and stuff.
It's curious though. I'm curious. It's
Curiouser and curiouser.
yeah, just like shit. Shovel went down, and
Good save.
but the people that you communicate with don't know.
Yeah.
So like you're still figuring it out. So something.
So it's
seems
game
a
about being on
little
this space
shady.
station, or you're on this planet and you're trapped there and you're trying to get home, and like everybody's dead except for you. So you're talking to these.
There's a hologram system on the ship or in the base.
And it has data on real people that were there, and you are interacting with like the virtual memories of these real people.
Oh.
But they know they're not the real person. Like they know they're dead, but they might not know. I guess none of them really know how they died or anything like that.
They don't know. Yeah, they don't know. They only have limited memories
Mhm.
because as you were doing your job, as you were going along doing your job, you would upload information to this whole computer system.
Oh, okay.
So the computer system only has information on you up until your last upload.
Yeah.
And
Leaving-
then things went awry. You couldn't communicate to the system. Then you perished.
Leaving these virtual representations of people to be curious as to how they met their end. So, but yeah, I'm very eager to see how it ends for you. That's
Are
it.
there multiple endings?
Yeah.
I was afraid of that because I've been making some choices, and sometimes my controller's like, and I'm like, oh, maybe that was a good decision, and then I make another decision later, and I'm like, this is how I feel, and I push the button, and it goes like,
Oh yeah, there's decisions to make.
I've yet to experience a sci-fi romance here. Though.
What have I been playing? I played.
I don't know, play.
I was playing Corpse Party this week, and I finished up the first chapter in that. Not without some disturbing things happening, but I managed to make my way through the first chapter. I played that. I've been playing some Battlefield 1 with Dew Michaels, and we're enjoying that and having a lot of fun getting our butts kicked because we suck. And I also played. I guess that's it. Yeah, I played Battle Tank. Is that what it's called? Battle Tanks? The VR game? No, the VR game.
Oh,
no.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Is it Battle? No.
No, you saw. Oh yeah, I played Riggs.
No, but I saw the one that you
Riggs.
brought up, and it didn't say tanks in it, but it had.
Oh, wasn't it Battle Zone?
Battle Zone. That's it.
Because I remember looking at it and going, oh, it's like a tanks game.
That's right. I played Riggs, which is giant mechs that you run around in and you play like an arena game. It was really cool, but I wasn't paying attention to what I was supposed to do, so I need to go back in there again.
Right. If he doesn't do well on a game, he's just there was just a fault.
Well, I played like half the demo and I was like, wait, I'm supposed to be scoring. Like it's like a sport, I guess. You're supposed to be scoring points, and I was just blowing people up. I was like, wait, how do I do that? And then the first round ended, and I was like, okay, second round, I'll figure out what's up. But that was the end of the demo. So, but I played Battle Zone, which is like tanks but in like Tron universe. Holy moly! It was amazing. I think I'm going to buy the game. $60, but I think I'm going to buy it. I liked it that
that's
much.
what we were talking about.
It was insanely awesome. You're in a tank, and
you're battling.
It kind of looks like Tron, and you're
There's
just
no-
shooting stuff and driving the tank all over the place. And you're like shooting guys in the air. Like the sense of like the realism of it. Well, it doesn't look realistic, but the sense of actually being
the
in
immersion.
it, the immersion. Oh my God, it was amazing. And you hit a button to change your gun, and it like pulls the gun out of your tank and pops out another one, and you're like watching the arms of the tank. It was amazing. It just was so much fun. I really liked it. I am super surprised with how blown away by that I was, but I greatly enjoyed it. So I think that's all I played, and we're way overdue. So my brain.
Yeah.
Let's get some music.
I got music. You want to hear it? Alrighty. First song. Excuse me. All right. First song we have comes from Jet Jaguar.
Focus all the time. Keep going up. All right. This is NES.
Nope. Yes.
This isn't Gremlins again, is it?
Yeah,
Gremlins
Gremlins
2.
2. Yeah.
It's not a Halloween movie. It's a Christmas movie. Gremlins 2 is not.
All right. So
I've
that
never
was the
oh,
Gremlins
wait.
2 from
We
Jet
did
Jaguar.
watch Gremlins 2.
Yeah, it's
TV
when you-
station?
Yeah, where you
Yeah.
said you didn't like
With
it,
Grandpa?
even though it's a great movie.
What's his
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Grandpa Monster. This one comes from Andy the Zombie.
1942.
Get in, Chris.
Nope.
I don't know. 1943.
No.
Right?
Nope.
Bible story.
No.
Man, it's really giving me the Kid Icarus vibe.
Legendary
No, it's
Wings.
not.
Oh, good guess. That was a really good guess. Okay. I can't decide if it's sports or an RPG.
It's not sports and it's not an RPG.
Oh. Battle of Olympus.
No.
I don't know. You got to guess.
Indiana Jones.
No.
City Connection.
It sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
Yeah, it sounds familiar to me too, but I got no idea.
Superman.
Oh.
Here comes one from Raj Chaos.
Never played it.
Spectrum.
No.
What system is it? NES?
Capcom game?
No, not with that. That noise. That noise is like a Konami noise.
It's licensed by Nintendo of America.
Licensed by. I got no guess at all. Kirby, you can
That
go?
dude.
I got nothing.
Give up.
Yeah.
Uncle Fester's Quest.
You know, that noise
I
is
figured you'd
Sunsoft.
get
God damn it.
This one, and that was from Raj Chaos. This one comes from Blood Ocean 07.
Ooh. Ah!
Sorry.
Oh, it's a bad week.
Power Rangers.
No.
Is this Game Boy or NES? Game Boy?
It is the-
Yeah. I got no idea. Man,
Kung Fu.
doing good this week, guys. I don't know.
Ninja Gaiden.
You know,
Nope.
Game Boy version.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure
Oh my God.
on the Game Boy.
I'm kind of happy I didn't know that one.
Here comes one from Fred McNanner.
We need another one. We need to get this.
Hotel Dusk.
All right, this has to be an RPG.
It is.
Okay. Is it a Square Enix?
No.
It's not. Really? Oh, I think I know this.
I think you do too.
Because I remember hearing this and I'm like, this kind of reminds me of Zelda.
Makes sense.
Is it Zelda?
No.
What system?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
It's not.
This is so close to Zelda.
It's not a Zelda.
Is it first party?
Yeah.
Okay, what the hell's going on here?
Yes.
It's an RPG? What?
Yeah.
Fire Emblem?
No.
Advance Wars?
No.
What is this? This has connections to Zelda. Does it have a connection to Zelda?
It's just that it's first party.
What the hell is this?
Animal Crossing. Animal
Crossing?
Animal
No.
Crossing.
Animal Partner?
Planet.
Animal.
First he said party, then he said play.
RPG. It's RPG. Oh, it's. Now I feel dumb. It's got to be a Mario and Luigi game.
No.
Then what else is it? RPG first party.
Is it gold?
No. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not an RPG.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean,
Okay. It's not a Mario Luigi. Wait, what system?
DS.
Yeah, I definitely recognize this song, but I can't place the game. Oh well, I guess I'm gonna lose another one. What? God, that part is so Zelda.
It's not
I know. All right, go ahead. We don't know.
Pokemon Black and White. I mean, right? Pokemon's an RPG.
You're right.
All right,
yeah.
just making sure.
You're
I
100%
figured
right.
you'd get it.
How did I not think of Pokemon? That's why I knew that damn song, because I played that game, and when I played it, I was like, man, this sounds a lot like Zelda.
This one comes from Low Camp.
This is a bad trivia week. There's another one I don't know. Is this Game Boy?
Game Boy Color.
Oh, that's nice. Man, it's good. You know who made it? Is it a Wario?
No.
Is it a...
Dante?
Yeah, I got a
No.
way forward feeling from it. That's why I was asking.
License.
So it could be way forward. They did license stuff.
Yeah. What did they do on the Game Boy Color?
They did. I don't know if it was Game Boy Color, but they did some wrestling games. But this is not a wrestling song. Barbie.
No.
James Bond Jr.
Nope.
God damn it! 1 week.
Say Gizmon.
Jizmon Jr. All right, go ahead. Whatever. This music section is a waste. We're doing terrible.
Looney Tunes collector Martian Revenge.
Yeah, would have never gotten that.
This one comes from Naka, and this is a first-time submission.
Thank you, Naka. Let's hope we get it. Well, it's got that Super Nintendo feel, but
It
could
is.
be
Naka this week.
You're right.
Power Rangers?
Nope.
Is it an RPG?
I don't know.
Kind of got a Japanese RPG feel. Breath of Fire.
Nope.
Sword of Mana.
Sword.
Illusion of Gaia. Secret of Evermore.
Nope.
Final Fantasy. Dragon Quest.
Kingdom Hearts.
No.
Kingdom Hearts. Super Nintendo.
Oh,
Oh, now we're really digging deep.
Bahamut Lagoon.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah. Slap bass. I don't know. Go ahead. God damn it.
Lufia 2.
I forgot about
Damn
that.
it. We were trying.
All right. And this one comes from Ridley
Wow.
Saria.
This is the worst music section we've had in a very long time.
Ridley Saria sends us this one.
Dios mío.
Phoenix Wright.
Yeah. Go figure. You get it. Phoenix Wright.
I don't know. It had that vibe.
Give it to you.
What Phoenix Wright is the first one?
Ace Attorney Dual Destiny.
Oh, so no. I should have given you one. We need it. How did we get there? 3?
You got 2 more.
Oh, we got 2 more to go.
Liar.
Okay, good. Come on, Larry. We need it. Somebody were shooting spins. Starfighter.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna.
That's Starfighter. That was from Myers. Last song comes from us to Mikey. Comes to us from Mikey 3. Last song comes to us from Mikey 3319.
That's old school this week. I like it. Okay. It's kind of got an old layer. Is it Trade West? Yeah, I was thinking, like, was it the Warriors 3? Look at that hat up there.
Yes.
And you had like scary feel. That's pretty good music for that type of game.
So you got,
It was
so you
spooky.
got 3 right?
I think 4.
1, 2, 3. You can get Pokemon. 4. You got 4 right.
All right. Well, not the worst we've done, but it is better.
Better than 1 or 0.
All right. Thanks, my brain. Man, we're way late. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We gotta go and see you next week. Bye. Oh, happy Halloween. Yeah. Man, oh man. That's the hell of an episode.
3 hours.
4 hours and 17 minutes. It's hour 52. All right. We gotta get out of here. That took way too long. I'm sorry. The computer's having trouble exporting. I'll see you next week. Thanks so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. See you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.